With each major iOS upgrade, there's always a group of users that do the upgrade and then regret it. Either there's bugs, some of their favorite applications don't work, or for whatever reason they wish to go back. Well, as we know, Apple usually doesn't allow you to downgrade your phone, which downgrading means you're going to take it back from, say, iOS 10 to iOS 9.3.5. Well, that's what we're going to do in this video today. I've done a few of these before, but this one I want to cover a few key points in to make sure that you're successful in downgrading your device. Now, I do need to state that unfortunately Apple has to be signing the firmware, and what that means is when we do an upgrade or a downgrade in iTunes, which is the tool that we're going to use, we unfortunately have to ask Apple for permission, and if they say no, which is the signing firmware, you cannot do this. So this works right now. As of September 14th, you can go ahead and downgrade back from iOS 10 to iOS 9.3.5. In the near future, probably halfway through or 3/4 through September, around the 25th to the 30th, this trick will probably be fixed. So unfortunately, if you're watching this video after this, it might not work for you. Anyways, to begin, we're going to head to a website called ispw.me, or IPSW.me, sorry, and we're going to download the firmware for our device that we want to downgrade. So this works for iPads, iPhones, any generation that you've upgraded, iPod Touch, this will work for that. So this is the website here. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do is we need to download the firmware for our device. There's a few issues with this that I've had so many comments, and I want to cover this for you guys. So this here is an iPhone 5, and this is what we call a GSM model. It was purchased through a carrier in Canada, which means it's a non-global edition. It's a GSM edition. The global edition had CDMA. This version does not. There's a very good chance that if you have the iPhone 5 and you try to do this method and it doesn't work because it says the build number is incorrect, you've actually chosen the wrong one. Now, ispw.me has changed the layout of their website to make this easier for users, and I'm really excited to show you guys this. So what you're going to want to do is head to iPhone if you're using an iPhone here, and we're going to scroll down and you're going to see I have two options for the iPhone 5. So there's iPhone 5 Global and iPhone 5 GSM. Now I already know that I have a GSM device, so I'm going to download this firmware. If it doesn't work, try the next one. There's no other real way to do this unless you want to go to Settings, which we can scroll back here, General, and Google this actual model number here. So if I Googled the MD294-C-A, I would see that I have a iPhone 5 GSM model. That's how you match these up. It'll either be iPhone, which you'll see here, 4.0, or 5, or I don't know why that says that, iPhone 5.1. Apple has apparently changed the layout of the way they mark the iPhones in iOS 10. So this may actually be confusing to some of you in the future, but we'll cover that in a future video. So right here you can see when I selected the device, I have two signing firmwares. This means that I can restore to iOS 9.3.5 or iOS 10.0.1. So I'm going to choose to download the iOS 9.3.5. You click here, you hit download. I'm not going to waste your guys' time. I've already downloaded it. So what do we do from here? Well, we've got the firmware that we need for your device. Again, if you choose the wrong one and you get to a point where it says this is not compatible, go back in this list, choose the iPhone, and choose the next device. So what do we do from there? Well, hopefully you were using Google Chrome and you downloaded your firmware no problem. Now, let's say you download this firmware and it is and we're going to zoom in here so I can show you guys this. This one's really important. A lot of you are getting this .zip. Now, what do you do about that? Well, if you're on Windows or Mac, this doesn't matter. All you do is just highlight the name, go to the extension, and the extension is the .zip. go back, go IPSW, enter. This, and if you're on a Macintosh, it will prompt you. This will change it back to the proper firmware. If you're using an out-of-date browser like Internet Explorer or something even crazier than that, that's why it downloads as a zip. It's actually not good. You should probably update your browser. Anyways, so that's how you fix that. I had so many comments before saying, I downloaded a .zip. What do I do? That's it. You just change the name. It's the exact same file. It's just the way your web browser downloaded the file. So we've gone through. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I just wanted to cover all of this information because so many users asked me about this. You have no idea how important some of those key tips are. Feel free to zoom through all of this and get to the point you're looking for. I just need to make sure I cover all of this for all of the users. Now, the next thing I've been asked a lot about, you need to first have, if you go to iCloud in settings and scroll all the way down, you have to have Find My iPhone off. If it says cannot restore this device, it's probably because I Find My iPhone's on. And it'll actually prompt you in iTunes if you read the prompt saying, hey, your Find My iPhone's on. This is an anti-theft feature, and it won't let you restore the device in normal mode. You would have to restore it in DFU mode. And you will still be prompted for your iTunes passcode. So this isn't going to bypass anything. So once you've done that, you will be able to plug in your device. So make sure you plug in your device to your computer. This works on Mac and Windows. So this tutorial works for both Mac and Windows. You guys, same thing. Go into your iTunes, make sure your iTunes is up to date, so that's a given, always a given. Make sure you've updated to the latest iTunes. Do a backup of your device, so make sure you select computer, backup now. It's going to ask you, do you want to transfer your purchases or not? It's up to you. I'm not going to for the sake of this video because why? This is just a test device, and it'll make the backup right here. So there's nothing really else to do on the device, but we will leave the device here for just a moment. So what do we do from here? Now, this is where a lot of users on Windows were having some issues. What we need to do is you're going to use your keyboard, memory adjusting here. Option key, which is right there, you see the option key, is what you want to use on Mac. So if I go to restore iPhone, I hold the option key, hit restore. This is going to prompt me, where is your download folder? So obviously my file is right here. This is the IPSW, the firmware I want to downgrade to. If you're on Windows, exact same thing, it's the shift key. So just shift key. You can use either side, doesn't matter, shift key. And so you just hold the shift key and hit download. If this window pops up, you didn't hit the right key because you don't want to do this. This is just going to restore to iOS 10 again. So for Mac, we're going to do this here. I'm going to choose my file and hit open. And then we're going to hit restore. So it's going to now do its verification and it will begin to downgrade the device. So we'll just flash back over here and watch the device go into a reboot. This device is the only one connected. Now, if you see, the iOS 10 had the support at apple.com, which is on the DFU recovery mode screen. So that's how you know we're on iOS 10, and we're going to jump to iOS 9. Now, this process takes like 4 or 5 minutes. I have no reason to fake my videos, so I am just going to pause it. It's up to you guys to think if it actually worked or not. You can see the device is restoring here. I just don't see the point in recording 5 minutes of this. But if you want to see here, here's the time right now where I'm at, and we'll be back when the device is done restoring. And we're back. So that didn't actually take too long here. As we can see, iTunes has recognized the device again. we can download the carrier settings. I'm going to get prompted. Congratulations, iPhone's been unlocked. Thank you very much. So what we want to do here is where you can restore your backup from iOS 10. So I could restore my backup from here. Honestly, it'll be faster if I could just jump through this video really quickly to show you guys here that it's working. So just give me a moment to, I'm not going to restore from backup, but I'm just going to jump through here fast. Alright guys, we are now, back on iOS 9. Just head here. You guys have my serial numbers from the first time I didn't cover them up. So there you go. Back to iOS 9.3.5. I really hope that this helps you guys out. I hope that you didn't lose any data and that you got back to iOS 9 for whatever reason you wanted to go back. Just throwing it out there, security updates, you know, the way the world's working. It's probably better to upgrade to iOS 9 or iOS 10 unless you want a jailbreak. If you want a jailbreak, the golden rule is to stay on a firmware lower than the current one. So it's whatever firmware you can get to. If it's 9.3.5 or if 9.3.5 is closed and you upgrade to iOS 10, you shouldn't upgrade to iOS 10.0.2 because it could patch something that could be used in a jailbreak. The idea is to stay behind on whichever firmware you can keep the device lowest at if you don't have a jailbreak, in hopes, if a jailbreak comes out, that you get one. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos. I'm always here. If you guys need any help, comment below. I've received lots of comments for these downgrade videos, and I hope that the content in this video, although it was about 12 minutes long, was informative and taught you guys how to successfully downgrade. Thanks for watching. See you guys again. Cheers.